1972 to 74 marked the first MBA programme here at NUI Galway, and it's the second oldest in the country. So at the moment we're marking the first intake of the first MBA programme, and we are really celebrating 40 years of success on the MBA, having graduated over 500 alumni. The conference theme today is about reflecting back for a lot of our alumni who are coming back from down through all the years of graduation since 74, and what have they seen in changes in business and management, and also learning from that wealth of experience that's there today in terms of our alumni. We have very high profile speakers who have done very, very well after doing the MBA here at NUI Galway, and many of them have come back to speak, and most of our speakers are indeed our own alumni from the MBA programme. So it's fantastic to have them contribute on the conference.
What do you hope the conference will achieve?
I hope that it will reconnect people who have gone out, and it's an opportunity to come back. It provides a bit of nostalgia maybe for those who have graduated many years ago here. It's an opportunity for people to network and meet other graduates from the population of NUI Galway MBA degree holders, and it's an opportunity to look forward and to think about what do we need to do maybe in our own MBA, drawing on the experience that we have today and the insights of our very successful international and national speakers. So Joe, you did your MBA here back in 1982. Where did it take you in terms of your career?
Well, it advanced my career quite a bit in the sense that when I came here I'd been financial controller of a motor firm, and whereas I loved that, I must say when I came here I found that I got a great interest in academia, and following that I was asked to come up and do some part-time lecturing. Following that then, after a very short time actually, I applied for a position here and I got a full-time position teaching in the college here, which I absolutely loved. It was one of the biggest things in my life was that change, because I enjoyed very much meeting the people and talking to the students, and then I found myself teaching the MBA again, and I even felt I was bringing something to the MBA because again I had the experience of going through it, and in addition to that then I found that I still had all this experience of real life because I did it quite late in life. It was a kind of a late transition. I was well in my 40s, so I brought something to it, and also having done it I felt I could do more for the students than I would have otherwise done.
Okay, thanks very much Joe. I hope you enjoyed the day.
Thank you very much.
So Jill, you completed your MBA here at NUI Galway in 2004.
Yes.
What has it done for you in terms of being an entrepreneur?
Well, it really gave me the confidence to go out and start my own business because we had covered all the different topics. So, and also to realise you don't need to be an expert in finance, but you've had an initial grounding in it that you can ask the right questions of experts that you need for your own business to run it.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed the day.
Thank you, Alma.
Professor Doolan, you were the first rector of the MBA here in NUI Galway in 1972. What were the aims of the programme when it was set up?
I suppose we saw the possibility of helping industry in the west of Ireland and providing opportunities for young graduates to develop their managerial skills, and the MBA would fit into Western economic development. It might make positions in Galway all the more attractive to young people if this degree were available. So that was one of the inspirations why we started.
Okay. In what way did the programme develop over the years?
Well, I would say it got established and was regarded as a kind of lead-in to promotion in business, and so that lots of young men and women aspired to develop their skills from whatever their basic degree happened to be. And I would say the expertise of the faculty developed over the years. It got bigger, and I would say that it also maybe developed a social conscience as well.
How would you describe the relationship now between the MBA programme and the enterprise and business world that it tries to serve?
Well, I would say degrees like the MBA are now taken as standard, and for advancement, whatever one's background, whatever one's initial specialty. I would say now the MBA provides that broad breadth of understanding of all aspects of business. Now that was always true, but it seems to me as business is getting bigger and more international, we have to add to the competence of the students when they graduate to deal with the big wide world.
Patricia, as a graduate of the MBA, how important are alumni to the university?
Alumni are crucial to the university and its continued development. I currently work with the Galway University Foundation and Tom Joyce, and we're absolutely delighted to invite and have all of the MBA alumni back here on campus today to showcase the fantastic developments that have happened over the past number of years, many of which have been made possible through philanthropic donations. For example, the Cairns School or the Business School is 75% philanthropically funded, and we're particularly delighted to welcome the chair of our US board, Mike Higgins, here today, who the MBA room, the executive suite, has been dedicated in the memory of his mother, Therese Higgins. That is fantastic.
How important is it for graduates to maintain contact with the university?
It's very important, and today we did try to capture personal contact details for our graduates. The reason it's so important is for the current alumni to create opportunities for them amongst our graduates, for the alumni past to reconnect with the university and see whether there's knowledge here or services that we can share, and also to take advantage of the fabulous graduates that are on the way up. And just in general, there are all sorts of synergies, from staying in contact with the university. So if you haven't managed to pass on your personal details, please do so.
Suzanne, as a recent graduate of the MBA, how has the programme developed you as a person?
That's a very good question, because I suppose it was something that I was very aware of from the beginning. I know when I looked to joining the programme, a lot of people had said it would change you, and I actually doubted them, perhaps maybe sceptically, but looking back on my journey over the 2 years and the person I was coming in versus the person I was leaving, there's certainly been a transformation. It's hard to quantify exactly, to pinpoint it, but what we're looking at things are your awareness, your synthesis. There's a lot of self-development. The fact that you go back to take on a programme, balancing family time, your career, and all of the other things that we all do in our lives currently is actually a skill as well in itself. You make unbelievable friendships through the programme, and people that such a diverse group of people that you probably wouldn't have normally hung around with up to this, but when you look at coming off the programme, it really knits you together. The fact that you're thrown in so deep, there's so many projects and the pressure is on, but it's a great achievement to come out after it. So fortunately for me, I was happy to have a career change during the programme. I've had a couple of promotions since, so it's actually worked out very, very well. I was very lucky to be one of the team from NUI that represented the university at the strategy competition last June, and we won the All-Ireland, and that, I suppose, was the pinnacle and was the icing on the cake, and finishing well at the end of the year as well was great. So,
Emer, what has been the most memorable event of the MBA programme during your term as head of school?
Well, Damien, that one's easy. We went on the inaugural trip to New York, 2 cohorts back, and it really was fantastic. Not for maybe reasons people might immediately think. We had a hectic schedule. We visited Fordham Business School. We visited a number of companies in New York, including Tiffany's, met with the CFO there, including Goldman Sachs, Bloomberg. We had tours of the offices. I mean, it was just a fantastic experience. But I guess what impressed me more than New York itself was the way in which our students engaged with the companies we met and the individuals we met over there. They were really, really to be very, very proud of. They worked very, very hard, and I think they surprised themselves actually at how much work they had to do, because we did make them work during that trip. But they really took it full on board and very much, I think, enjoyed it as well. as a learning experience, and indeed, I guess as a team, almost like a team building exercise for them as well. One other thing I would like to mention, particularly in relation to the New York thing, is particularly relevant for today maybe, is we connected with a number of our NUIG business alums while out there. In fact, a couple of them helped facilitate parts of that event over there. And that we are very, very grateful for. But that's the kind of engagement with alum that can make a real difference to the kind of developments we're making in our MBA programme year on year here at the moment at NUI Galway.
Well, the MBA programme here in NUI Galway provides a top-class education to business managers, and when we look at the Irish economy and the recovery, it's going to be based on private business sector, and for that to be delivered we need top-class business managers. So having a well-educated, highly skilled business managers across Irish industry is going to be critical for the Irish recovery.
So I'd just like to welcome everyone here today. President, distinguished guests, MBA alumni, our current MBA students, retired and current faculty members, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that captures everyone.
Margatalma, a Corja, a Colaka, agus Iana, while her Medus, Fajisve, Coral Galere, but you know, called Sunsak Shaw, agus Midge Komoru, Sholu on Cursa MBA, that Blino Hin. Over the last 40 years or more, the business school in this university, and particularly the MBA programme, has made a huge contribution to this region and indeed to the wider national and global economy. I can think of graduates from the programme who now find themselves in very senior positions in North America, in major corporations, at vice presidential level, for example, in major corporations over there, who are making a difference and bringing a Galway approach to what they do in their business lives. I can think of graduates who are working nationally and indeed locally, who have set up new companies, who have taken leadership positions in large companies here and have made a real difference to our economy and to our population. So I am very proud of what's happened here. I'm very proud to be part of this 4th anniversary celebration and look forward to the next 40 years of contribution from the MBA programme.